It is Diablo IV release day for Season 4 Loot Reborn. And we are really excited to dive into all of the craziness. We are waiting for the release time. It is noon Central Time, which is what time zone we are in. And it is currently just before 10 a.m. So we are a little bit like, oh, where is it? What do we have going on? But the things that we are most excited about. Now, let me frame this in where we are as far as gamers. We are not full-time gamers. And when I say that, even though we own a gaming company, we are a news company first and a blogging company first, and we are a gaming company, like gamers company second. So that means that we do as much gaming as we possibly can. So we have all of the news and updates and all the things, but that doesn't mean we game 24/7. We also game many different types of games. So Diablo 4 is one of the games that we play. We also play City Skylines. We play Disney Dreamlight Valley. Eric just finished playing the last Star Wars game, Star Wars Jedi Survivor. And that means that we've been pretty busy. So when we're looking at what is really exciting about the new Diablo update, it's not necessarily all of the end game stuff. It's the stuff that keeps us engaged from the beginning through level 100. So things that we're really excited about. We're really excited about the new loot system. I'm really curious how they're going to reduce the amount of time I've spent managing loot. I remember in season, I want to say 1 and 2, I had massive spreadsheets just to manage my loot. That is ridiculous. I mean, I spent one day 6 hours just going through my chests and dealing with loot because I was trying to manage aspects and I wanted to possibly change builds and I wanted to play with builds. I couldn't play with builds because I had so many, I only had limited space and I had so many aspects I needed for each different build. So I either had to start a new character, which I didn't have time to level up. And if you remember back in season 1, it was a ridiculous amount of time to level up a character. And then, so now we're at season 4 and they're really addressing this, and I'm really appreciative of that. So I'm curious how they're doing this because we didn't get a chance to dive into the beta. I've watched some of the YouTube videos on this, and it looks interesting. Now, how is it going to be in practice for the average player? That's going to be really interesting to see. So I'm really excited to share with you what our thoughts are after we dive into that. Some of the other things that they're going to be doing, it looks like they're going to be revamping the Hell Tides. Ooh, I've always really enjoyed the Hell Tides. I don't know why. I think they remind me of the rifts from Diablo 3, and I loved doing the rifts in Diablo 3. They were just fast, and they just kept me going, and they were just mindless enough that I could actually put on an audiobook in the background if I really wanted to, and just zone out for a little while, which at times, that's what gamers sometimes want and need, is just to be able to zone out of real life. So I'm excited to see what that's about. Gyrick and I often play the Hell Tides together, and that has been a lot of fun. We had a little trick every once in a while where early on with the Hell Tides I was able to drag his character along with me in couch co-op while I just did the Hell Tides as we were leveling up. I've got a feeling now with the way they revamped that's no longer going to be doable. So I'm curious. I'm very curious about this new update. Fighting with the Iron Wolves. That sounds fun. I'm curious what that's going to look like. Again, the curious seems to be the word of the day. It says earn extra rewards with the season journey and battle pass. Okay. I've not particularly had a whole lot of excitement around the rewards within the battle pass, to be perfectly honest. I think there was one that I purchased and I up-leveled just because there was a horse. And I happen to really like the horses. Horsies? Whatever. But the loot, the costumes, they don't really do much for me. And part of the reason they don't do much for me is that the character is this big. And the only time I ever actually get to see all the really cool stuff is when I'm actually like in my my screen. Like, otherwise I don't even notice what she's wearing. She could be running around in, a bikini for all I care. It looks like there's going to be a new shop. I'm curious what she's got to offer. Again, the premium shop tends to be so expensive in this game. I tend to not buy a lot on it. So I guess we're just going to have to wait and see and take it from there. But I'm excited. I'm really excited about this update. I'm really hoping it revives some of the lost enthusiasm that I've had around Diablo IV. And it's not because the game itself isn't good, because I gotta give the developers a lot of credit here. This game has really been a lot of fun, but it has a life, like a shelf life. And once the story was over, and then there was a little bit more time after, that was about it. And then we went into the season, and then that was about it. That lasted a couple of weeks. It wasn't it didn't hold my attention for 3 whole months. And then it just kind of rinse and repeat. And then only season 3, because they were doing season 4, season 3, I just gave up on after a few weeks. I did get up to level 100. I was very proud of myself for doing that. But I just didn't want to continue to play, especially knowing that all these updates were coming. I didn't want to maintain all of that loot and all the things. And I had other games I wanted to play. And you know what? And I want to make this clear. As a variety gamer, it is okay to play other games in between games. For those of you who do that and feel like, oh, maybe I shouldn't tell anybody, just play the games you want to play. In this case, I wanted to play Disney Dreamlight Valley, and Gyrick wanted to play the Jedi Survivor, and we really want to dive into Baldur's Gate and just haven't had a chance to do that, and it is okay. Play the games you want to play, and you are going to enjoy. So we'll be back later today with our updates and our thoughts regarding the latest Diablo update, Loot Reborn. So stay tuned. Have a great day and happy gaming.